Welcome, everyone, to another podcast from Mood Group's Packaging Perspective series. I'm your host, Emma Du, from Mood Group. Being a global specialist executive search business, we love talking to our friends and colleagues in the business from around the world to find out and learn a little bit about their interesting journeys. Today, I'm really happy to introduce you to an amazing lady, Marwa Pires, Ramco Group's Export and Packaging Manager. Welcome, Marwa. Where in the world are you today?
I'm in Nairobi today.
And how's that weather in Nairobi today?
Fantastic as always.
Yeah, perfect temperatures. I remember from our travels last summer, perfect, really gorgeous climate in Nairobi. You're very lucky. Here in Kent, a little bit rainy today, but we're not rainy in here. So, Ramco Group, for those of you who might not be so familiar, Ramco is a conglomerate of over 45 companies with a strong presence in East Africa. Based out of Nairobi, Kenya has a turnover of over 300 million US dollars. This family-run group is over 70 years strong and was born out of Kenya, but with interest now in Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda, now employs over 4,000 people with 19 plants. Many congratulations to the growing Ramco family and all who partner with them. Now, I understand, Marwa, you've been working with the group now for nearly 5 years.
True.
Many congratulations. How time flies. You're a successful packaging sales professional, but can I rewind the clock a bit and hear about how your journey started?
So, okay, my journey started in Egypt, where I come from. So, I graduated from Bachelor of Commerce, Management Information System. So,
Okay.
myself and my family was aiming to be a teacher assistant in the university. So, I was not lucky enough in that year, but I was lucky enough later. I realized that I would not be a staff member of the university, but I found myself more into. I joined a company for packaging, and I was going there only to be because I started my career there taking care of ERP implementation from the commercial background. While I'm there, I believe so that the owner of the company found something interested in me that I can be a packaging person more than IT person, and it
Well,
was turning around to my life. I learned a lot in my first company where I worked in Egypt, in Alexandria. It was a school for me. I made mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. I'm still in very much good contact with the shareholders and the owner, and they are very close friend of mine till date. And they came and visited me at Ramco. So my relationship
that's
with them
nice.
very good. Yeah. So what happened after this one? My family was pushing me to go back to work in my career where I came from. Like I'm coming from software engineering background, so I have to work in. So I joined a company for Indian company were having an office in Cairo. I worked for 18 months. I learned a lot there, but I didn't find myself. I'm very talkative, very people person, so I don't like so much to be only coding person. But
Right.
I learned a lot. So what the I'm always saying to myself, the IT where I take after the bachelor degree, I took a higher diploma in software engineering, and I came from the rank high, and I was also very fortunate to go to one of the multinational company was Wipro Infotech. I learned a lot from all the managers there because most of them they were coming from India to teach the young software engineer Egyptian. What I can tell till now, it's helping me a lot. Part of IT is opening your mind, but what is helping me, I have
Mm,
a lot of self study. So I wherever I wanted to do anything, I know how to teach it myself. So
right.
this is what I learned. So I travel after to Saudi Arabia to Riyadh. I worked a bit. Then I moved from Riyadh to another packaging company in Ras Al Khaimah. Was learning a lot, and I was mainly handling the export. So I have to travel so many countries to manage my client, my new client. during the journey, my husband was joining Kenya before me, so he was saying that you can come and you see. I was not so much into coming to Kenya because I'm just coming for other countries and I don't have time because I have to go back to UAE very fast to stay with the kids, so I don't have time to come for Kenya. But when I came to Kenya, I was being surprised. Everyone knows about Kenya. We like way laid back, but the truth, no, they are very much advanced. When Ramco offered me the job and they asked me, I remember very much the words they told me, you wanted to come to look at the factory to see our machine. I was not having so much confidence that the machine will make me super happy, but I said, I'm sales, I will know how to sell, I will do my best from what I have. But when I came here, I was being very surprised about the machine, about the technology, about the management, about the continuous improvement. So I am enjoying so much what I'm doing here. I after joining Ramco for some times, I became one of the family. I believe so, or what they are
Oh,
showing me that I am one of them. So I don't feel myself I'm only working for them. I feel that they are my family. This company is my own company. I wish for them all the success.
yes. And where did your background is in engineering, so I
Software engineer.
suppose you understand how things work, right? With that sort of background, then that must help.
It helps a lot. I came to conclusion education where some people saying education is not maybe not that important. No, education is very important, even if we are not using exactly as it is. But education is going to change your perspective. You change your mindset. So I can tell, for example, one someone like me, I do most of the things like mobile banking. I want to everything. I can do everything myself alone. I
Yes,
don't use customer service a lot. So
right,
this is
right.
what I learned it from also with when I deal with the client, you have sometimes you have to think about algorithm a bit. I don't know if you are a bit familiar with that. You have to check what is the right algorithm you choose
Sure.
with your client. I'm dealing with
Yes,
so many clients, every one of them is different. And I'm
yes,
one person. I cannot be the same person who I deal with XYZ because it will not work my strategy with X or Y or Z. I have to change
sure.
myself.
Yes, you have to be a chameleon, you know.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. So, when did your interest in sales? When did that start for you?
Okay, in Egypt, I was doing procurement for packaging
Okay.
material.
Yes.
So what they were call about me that I'm very much having good integrity and good honesty. So this job is good for me because they when they were choosing between someone to work for them, they choose me because of I was a bit advanced and in the main time I was very honest and I was very young age and easy to travel, easy to see whatever. So
Sure.
when I traveled to Saudi Arabia, I was putting in my mind I like only to work in procurement.
Right.
So in that time, Saudi Arabia was not that open for ladies to go to work from the factories in industrial area. So I have tried hardly like a year to get the job. I was not able. So honestly, my husband came and he told me that you look yourself. If you are joining sales, you will be amazing. Then I said, no, no, no. I know myself. I will be the biggest failure to any company to hire me in sales. So he was saying, just think about it. And for me, I
Mm-hmm.
was looking like I'm not good enough to go to ask someone to give me purchase order or to discuss someone. Maybe I will not be the right fit. So one of the interviews I was doing in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. So the owner of the company who was doing for me the interview, I was telling him the same by joke that I'm not good in sales, I'm not good in marketing. Don't think about me. Don't consider. I'm just giving you an advice. He told me you will be my best success. If you look at yourself as the best that's the best
Wow.
failure. No, you'll be the best success. And I tried myself 1 month. Before the month end, it was a deal. He was telling me I'm challenging all my team to finish the deal, and I was finishing the deal, and I was getting the payment in upfront, and it was very strong deal. So I felt after this one was a big confidence coming to me.
Sure.
Then, then I started to look like, yeah, I can do it, but I'm not so good, but I have to learn. So I find myself going to internet, check if what is the new sales technology, what is the difference between marketing and sales, because at that time I was not so much familiar between sales and marketing. Then
Sure.
what is the marketing purpose? I found myself love so much go to in front of billboard in the street, and I can stay like 15 minutes looking at everything in the billboard. In the same time, on the sales perspective, I find myself able to finish a deal. So from there, I moved
You're
out.
gaining experience and confidence. I think a lot is about confidence, no?
Sales is about confidence and about also that to be honest with your client, because if the client sat with you and defined yourself, you are not honest enough, because so many salespeople coming and going, and everyone was talking to anyone saying to him that I can do that for you. But actually, what I learned in my career that when you say something, fight for it, fight fight for what you are promising to. So
Sure.
I believe that what is giving me kind of success, if I'm successful, that my client trusts me, trust my word, and they know if they give me the problem they have, that I will care it like my own. And this is what I'm trying to keep it up.
Good for you. Good for you, Marwa, because honesty is the best policy, I think, always. So it sounds like you really have done a lot of research and done a lot of work on yourself as well. Self-development, I think, comes over the years, and it has to be driven by yourself from inside. So congratulations. And do you find you've travelled in so many different places? I wanted to ask you, do you find that the languages, do you speak many languages, different languages? Has that helped?
It's a good question, and so I'm happy about it because from before when I was traveling during the Middle East, I speak English and Arabic. So my language, my mother tongue is Arabic. So you speak English, you speak Arabic. When you live in UAE, you must learn some Hindi. You might not speak it, but you will find yourself because all your colleagues speaks between Hindi and Urdu. So even you go to a
Right,
restaurant, so I was able, if someone discussed something in front of me in Hindi, I'm able to cope up with what he says. But when I moved out, I'm not a French speaker. So when I moved out to East Africa or Kenya, and I had to travel to some countries where there is no one speaks except, for example, Tanzania, some counties they speak only Swahili, and I
wow,
speak English. So I found that language will not be barrier if you are willing to communicate. So when I go to the client who speaks Swahili, so he will, me and him, we will reach to an agreement that we understand each other, even without trying for Google Translate. It's not happening often because English is the most spoken language. But as
right,
well, when I go to Burundi, the people speak French. I go with them. Then I learn it a lot. Once I go back, I find
yeah,
myself I'm able to finish the deal or to discuss. But mainly, the English is the most spoken language. But people also, when everyone who will speak in his own accent. So you must accept the accent of others. For example,
sure.
Egyptian, when they speak English, you might find their accent is different from UK when they speak English, Tanzanian, Italian, whatever. So once you main target is you learn what people say, you find yourself in the end of the day, and people will come only to you. So I never felt language is a barrier.
No, fantastic. And I suppose then you say little by little, when you travel to these countries, if you learn a little and then next time you learn a little more and they see that you're trying as well, I'm sure that helps. Um,
Sure, I agree with you.
yeah. Moa, along the way, has there been any particular person or, has there been a mentor for you in your career so far?
So I met so many good people in my life. I can consider them that the right mentor. I was very lucky person that most of the people I met in my life was helping me to be a better person to my than what I have, and to help. But I will start from the last mentor because he is my mentor for almost 5 years now.
Okay.
So I will talk about our group CEO Amit Patel. So we have a big complicated relationship. From time to time, we are always fighting because we have similar character. Like he challenges me all the time. I'll challenge him as well. But Amit is the third generation for Ramco Group. He's very well known in Africa
Wow.
as well, and he's very successful man. And he's really, I don't think that Amit needs that much work he's doing now. If he is reducing his work style, he will not suffer. But Amit will do more than anyone else. He always like to be the right example for his team. So if you are, for example, if you are working 16, 17 hours, I'm just saying an example, he will have to be ahead of you. You will see how humble he is, how working hard he is, how he is trying to do everything to make his team working well. At the same time, I mean, if you go to him with a personal issue, if not only me, if just a colleague of mine working in production or a workers on the machine, and he stopped Amit and telling him, even I don't know how can I just small issues or
I
something is very
understand.
easy to be. He will stop and he will take it up by his own and he will sort it for him. So what I learned it from Amit, I learned it for Amit. You never been an arrogant. Amit never been an arrogant person in his life. So you experience with us when we invite some clients to us. He's the one putting himself who has had it. They don't have anything in heart. Their heart always clean.
Yes.
You work with them
And time. They give their time, I think.
in the personal side. They take you as a family as well. If you are doing well and you are having honesty and loyalty to them, you will not doubt yourself one time that you are not one of their family. When you are working with them, you are always feeling yourself safe. Like especially, I'm talking again about Amit. Hello,
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
fine.
we can. Yeah. So when you speak about Amit, I learned it a lot. Good. So what I'm trying to say is working with Amit is teaching you something also, which is really good. You know, when you work for a company as you are expatriate coming from Middle East, I'm just new for them, and they give you the from them that it's easy when you go to Rwanda. You find yourself in very easy situation to deal with the clients there because they will give you the
Yes, I can.
so what I wanted to say about Amit, yeah, that Amit can teach you from heart how to be successful without. This is what I learned as well. That unconditional teaching for his staff doesn't have anything to keep it a secret to secure it. So I learned a lot from him. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I mean, so sometimes people like that in our lives are just so wonderful. They seem to just have such a big heart, and they're always it really means something. They're very authentic people, and then that's amazing, really, to have in your life. So it's lovely to hear your story and speaking so eloquently about him. Now, do you have a favorite country then that you've visited so far and lived and worked and um, or, or or are you still waiting for that ideal place?
So it's a very hard question, but I will answer because every country I love. Even if I travel for a 1 week, I love it so much, and I take it like a home for me. I'm very easy to adapt after 2 hours from arrival with the country, and I feel myself like one of this country. So
Oh
I
wow,
think I'm one of the most easily adapted persons.
right.
So for the countries, if I will speak in Europe, I like Portugal. Definitely, I love it. I love it so much. If I will speak about Middle East, I'm in love with Riyadh because maybe I spent many years there, and
Right.
I'm very happy to see Riyadh now is expanding and growing. So
Yes,
it's giving
yes.
me that it's expanding a lot, and I'm sure that in less than few years we might see a country with very good capital and most of the business investment is being attracted there. If I will speak about Africa, where I travel, I travel a lot in Africa, but still I have one country in my heart. It's like I like Tanzania. I love Tanzania. I like the people there. I love the simplicity. Some people
Yeah.
take it in. It's a bit slow countries. I'm not saying the same. I'm saying the country is very nice, very beautiful. People are nice, and I love it.
And you sound as if you love traveling and you're getting to travel a lot. So lucky you. And
Thank
long
you.
may that, is there somewhere particular you have in mind you'd love to go on holiday or experience?
Okay, for holiday, I like Malta.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I myself I traveled, but I didn't take my kids yet. So I wanted to take them to Malta.
Okay.
For me, I like it. So
Well, let
it's
me know
nice.
if you need any recommendations. Happy to share.
Definitely. I love it so much. But unfortunately, the time I visited Malta, it was you and Marcus were outside of the country. So I was
Oh,
not
shame.
lucky enough to meet that time. But no, I want to take my kids to Malta, and one of the destinations, Algarve. So in Portugal, you have lots of destination also for holidays.
Yes, yes, fabulous place. Wow.
True.
So, what does the future look like then, Marwa, for you? What have you got planned?
So actually, I'm part of my of being a sales, which I love to do it, and I think that I will continue to do this for a long time because I love it. I love also to train new colleagues. I want to see them better than me. Uh, Two things is in my mind, which I didn't identify what I'm going to do about them, but it's one of them is I just wanted to help young women to take care of themselves and to know that they are capable to get their good income, especially when it's coming for Africa, because unfortunately some of the poverty counties is putting the especially the female pushing them to do what is not supposed to do just because of the money or eating or very small things. So
Right.
what one of the things I was discussing was one of my friends is he's taking this project that I wanted to, if I will be able to help and support small female or young female, how they can be different than what they can draw their future. No need to come to say no, because I born and brought up poor and I have so many obstacles in my life. I should continue to be like that. This is not true. If you want
Right.
to change your life, you will be able to change it. And honestly, this message I took it when I came here to Kenya. Some people is giving charity on the water, some people giving food, but I believe that more than all of that, you have to teach people to change their mindset because this
Yes.
will help them a lot. And I really wish I will be able to associate with some partner can help me on that. But I want to start this in East Africa.
Wow. Wow. That sounds fascinating.
I really love it. And the last thing is that I wanted to do it. I wanted to be part of promoting Africa. You know, I'm Egyptian in Africa, and some people will not know what is the beauty in, you know, sometimes when we are in Middle East or Europe or whatever the country we are coming from or India, the first thing we will come to say, no, I want to travel to Europe for holiday, I want to go to America, but trust my word, if you are going through Africa itself, the countries, you will find beauty you might never expect to see it in your life.
Yes.
So what I wanted to do is because I never travel to any country or a small town, I don't see the real beauty from either a mountain or a greens or lake. So every city I visited in Africa, I was seeing the beauty there. So I wish people to come to see here in Africa. It's good for yourself also to do a change
Absolutely.
in your
Yeah.
life. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to see your family, to see it's there is other side of the road. Maybe we don't know so much about it because we were looking at the security. Most of the country is secure if you are know where to go, how to talk, how to do. So
Yeah.
everything is secure. There is no one
Yeah.
is asking people to put themselves in dangers. But I know as a female traveling lots of time alone without anyone with me, I never have any problem. I
No.
never
And that's
I never
fabulous.
had it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, really fabulous to hear. Sounds like an interesting initiative, Marwa. I wish you lots of luck with it. Well, thank you very, very much today for your time, sharing a little bit more about Marwa. It's been lovely to hear. And thank you to our audiences. Do feel free to subscribe to Packaging Podcasts. Until next time, look after yourselves. Thanks, Marwa. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Emma. Bye bye. Thank you.